Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of the Fuji Guys. And today's episode we've got the XP90 digital camera. We're going to go through the unboxing and the initial setup of the camera. So feel free, sit back and enjoy. So let's get started. So I have here the yellow version of it here. Now we're in the Canadian marketplace, so it'll all depend on your market. You could have the blue version, a black orange, or even a lime, black orange, and of course the lime black as well. So we're gonna get started in opening the box. So in our marketplace, we have a little bit of marketing material in there, including Instax information here as well. We have a little contest as well. Here we have the actual instruction booklet. So let's just open that up. Oh, that's a nice hard tape to open. There we go, put that aside here. And so we've got information about service and support for the Canadian and US markets, so Canadian market, US market, and Canadian market. We have product registration information, including the warranty policy and what it covers, as well as the instruction manual in 3 different languages. So we have English, French, and Spanish. And so we continue here. Here we have the little insert just talking about the water resistance and precautions to take. Things like keeping sure that there's no debris in the battery door, and inspect the seal, wipe it down, things of that nature. And this is just a full information sheet, so I'll just open that right up for you folks. So it just talks about the door, what to do to soak the camera, things of that nature, condensation. So it just talks about some precautions to take, because it is a camera that is designed, for inclement weather and things of that nature. So we want to make sure we protect ourselves. So we're just going to put that off to the side for now. Before we pull the camera out, we'll just go through some of the accessories that are included. So namely here we have the USB cable. So this camera, the battery actually charges within the camera itself. And so you get a little bit of a USB cable here. It's about 4 feet, 4.5 feet, something in that neighborhood, to allow you to just connect it. And you can also download your pictures through this video as well. So put that aside, we'll keep to the same side here. So that's the cable. This is a little strap, wrist strap. Something to just be mindful of is when you go into the water, make sure that you have your strap on, or at the very least that you look at maybe getting a floating strap. This will allow the camera to float, because these digital cameras don't float in the water. In fact, they'll sink pretty quickly. So the little floating straps will keep the camera at the surface of the water, so you don't lose your camera. And so here we have a little drawstring to keep it nice and tight on the wrist while you're swimming. And so we have the USB cable, but of course you need to be able to plug the camera in somewhere if you don't happen to have a computer that has a USB port attached to it. So here we have an AC adapter. So this is for the North American market. Now this part probably won't change as far as depending what market you're in, however, but this part will. So we've got the North American version here. And based on the ratings and things like that, these are dual voltage, so you are able to use just a gender changer if you have the right one to fit here as well for Europe and certain Asian markets. So we just slide that in, there we go. So this allows you then to use the USB cable here and allows you to then plug in your camera and charge it. Now, if you happen to have, a smartphone and it has one of these already, then you don't need. So if you already have one of these types of things with the USB cable, you can certainly reuse that. So you can lighten your load, just carry one of these little blocks with you, and then you can charge them all. There's some other variances as well. And of course, we have the digital battery, the lithium ion battery here. So it's a rechargeable lithium ion battery, not unlike the previous versions we've had. This is the NP45S. But they're all pretty much the same as far as that goes. And then we have the camera itself. So let's just dump that out. And then, so you can see, box is now empty. And we have here the usual seal that Fujifilm uses to make sure, protect yourself, to make sure you're getting a sealed new camera. And on the back here, so this is the XP90 digital camera. On the back, we do have a protective cover here. I'm just gonna leave it on just for, you know what? No, I will take it off because it'll actually make it easier for you to see the screen. And then there's just this little information talking about the high-speed shutter, or high-speed shooting rather, and then the tough design and so on. So we'll just remove that. And there we go. So now, so that's the camera itself. Now, we've got the battery here, and we just need to get a memory card. So we've got the battery here, and we're just going to insert the battery into the camera here, and we're going to use the memory card. So the memory card goes in with the label facing this way. So that way you know which way it goes in. It'll only go in one way, so don't force it, because that could actually damage the camera and or the memory card. And then the battery, the way it goes in, you have the orange stripe here on the side, and you have the orange clip. You just match those two up real nicely, and then you seal it. So that's how you actually ensure that your camera is sealed. So once you hear that click, then you know that your camera is nice and sealed. So anytime you're about to go into the water, before you close the battery door, just double check the seal, make sure that there's no debris, sand, dust, or anything of that nature. If there is, just wipe it down with a dry cloth and seal it up, and then you're good to go. And then to turn on the camera, it's up at the top here. And right away, it's gonna ask you, okay, what language? So we are English. And then we can set the date. Now, when you're setting the date, it's best to set each one individually by hitting left and right by changing the field. And then once you're done, at the end of it, all you have to do then is hit the menu OK button once you've determined everything that you've wanted. And that's done. And then it gives you a little warning here, ensure that the chamber is locked before going into the water. It's just a reminder to make sure that you're all locked up and ready to go so you can enjoy the camera in inclement weather. And so we hit OK. Sorry, we hit display back. I should read the instructions right there. And so there we go. So that's turning on the initial setups. Now we'll just take a quick picture here. There we go. And then to play back that image, you have the playback button here. And you just hit that playback button. And then to erase that picture, you have the little garbage can there. But you can use the zoom switch if you wanted to zoom in to see image quality and you wanted to fine tune it. You zoom out, you can see all the other images that are on the card. In this case, there aren't any. And then to delete the picture, you go up and then you can either select frame. You can select a bunch of frames and then delete them all at once or everything. So I'm just gonna go to frame and now it's gonna confirm, you sure you wanna delete this picture? And we say yes. And now no images on the card. Now when you first start, we would actually recommend you format the card. So to format the card, you hit menu and you go into the setup options here. So to go to the setup, you hit to the left, you go down one and to the right. And then you go down here, you'll see format. You hit to the right to activate it. It's going to erase everything that's on the card. So we're going to say, okay, yep, I'm okay to erase everything that's on the card, and it erases everything. And this will make sure that your card and your camera are nicely paired and that everything works nice and smoothly. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to post them up in the comments below, or you can certainly follow us at Twitter at the Fuji Guys. We'll talk to you soon, and thank you so much. Cheers.